Hello, hello. I'm Chris.
And I'm Tracy with Legacy Woodworking Machinery. So 2025 just kicked off and it's an exciting time. I'm very excited for this year.
Yes, it is. Now, Tracy, you go into the field quite a bit, but when you're out there, what do you find or notice is the most common setup or need on the machine for most people?
I would say, to be honest with you, people love the turning center, but I was surprised. It's the sheet processing center is really the one that people are using a lot.
It really makes sense.
Yeah.
So this will include the vacuum hold down systems, the locating pins, as well as the tables and even table files, so that you have everything you need to hold down and start producing sheet goods immediately when you receive the machine.
Yeah, we used to provide files so you could make these tables, but now everything's going to come with the system. Okay, so this package is pretty exciting because it has all of that. Well, again, this is the most powerful, most versatile, the best CNC system available for woodworking. It can't be beat. And this particular feature with the sheet processing makes it extreme when you're doing cabinetry, right? So, Chris, you do all the training here at the factory when people come in, right? Why don't you take a minute and just show everybody the system and what's in it and how it's going to work, okay?
I'd be glad to. The sheet processing system is a complete package that includes vacuum pods, tables, and locating pins. We're going to break all three of those out in this video. Let's start with the vacuum pods. Now, these vacuum pods, they're actually known as regenerative blowers, and we have incorporated them directly into the frame. So there's no external plumbing to a third-party pump or power source needed to, again, supply power to that third-party pump. This is all integrated right into the frame. Now we have multiple blowers that give us what we call zones. For example, here on our 4x8 Maverick, we have 4 zones for the 4x8 table. Now each zone is operated with Legacy CNC controller. We'll actually show how this is all done towards the end of this video so you can see how everything works. Now let's take a closer look at the tables that come with your sheet processing system. Now with this hold down system, there are 2 different types of tables that we have included. First is this top table known as the spoil board, and under it is the actual key ingredient. It's the vacuum grid table. So let's show you what both of those look like and how we can use them. We'll just detach this real quick. This is the vacuum grid table, and you can see it gives us direct access to the vacuum blower, which holds down this area. Now each zone is going to have 2 different tables, a vacuum table as well as a spoil board table. This allows us to configure our tables any way we want. For example, maybe you wanted to have one half to be a 4x4 section for your vacuum hold down fixture, and the front half be a T-track table for hardwood components for furniture manufacturing. Regardless what it is, you can configure this any way you want. For full sheet processing, we're going to have all 4 set up for the vacuum spoil board configuration. Now each one of these tables are configured with a hole pattern so that you can quickly and easily detach or reattach them at any given time. This also makes it so that the table fixtures have tighter tolerances so that we can have more accurate components. Now let's go over in greater detail the locating pins that come with your sheet processing system. Now in total, there are 3 locating pins on the surface. You're going to have 2 of them along the x-axis, along the front of the machine, and you're going to have a 3rd one along the y-axis. All of that is meant to hold the sheet into a proper orientation, the exact same location every single time. Let me show you how it's done. Now to orient this sheet properly in the table in the exact same location, we're going to use those locating pins. We're simply going to raise them up, and we can push this into place, and then we can lower them down manually if we wish to do so. This has a built-in feature to where if you decide not to worry about it or simply forget about it, the pins will automatically retract when you go to start a program. As we just demonstrated, you can see that it retracts below the table surface, so it has a very low profile to ensure that we don't accidentally run into it during our cutting procedures. But this also allows us to be very repeatable, so we can put the same sheets over and over and over again into the machine to the exact same orientation for XY0. This can also be used for double-sided parts on sheet good processing. And so if you decide to flip a part over to side number 2, it will have the same corner layout for side number 1. With the sheet positioned exactly where we want it to be, we can now activate our vacuum hold-down system. Let's show you how easy it is right here in Legacy CNC Controller. So if we go here to control and we simply activate with the vacuum button, this is now going to automate all of our procedures. Also, what we can control are the zones. So you can see next to our vacuum activation button, we have zone 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the Maverick 4x8 system. Later on, we're going to show just using 1 or 2 of them, but for now, on a full sheet, I'm going to activate all 4 zones. And this is now ready to be used to run a program. But if I wish to actually activate it manually, like we're going to show here, I'm going to come click on our vacuum button and see how it holds it down. So you can see that has plenty of hold down power. Even for a big guy like me, I can't move this sheet, so that's plenty for cutting processes. Let's show that taking place also for smaller sheets if we want to control different zones. With the full sheet removed, let's see how it holds a smaller part. Now, this component has a certain grain configuration, and we can lay this out one of 2 ways. I could lay this along the x-axis to where it goes across 2 zones. We could just use 2. Or I could choose to put this along the width, and I'll just activate 1 zone for that orientation. So now let's go activate zone. This would be 1, 2, 3 to hold down that part. So here we're going to deactivate zone 4, 2, and 1, and now turn on our vacuum and let's see how it holds. So you can see this holds down even smaller sheets.